Hello, everyone. How are you today? Are you 50, over 50, and struggling like I was? And I'm going to tell you my story right now. I'm going to get with it, okay? I just want you to know there are options for you if you're over 50 and struggling, okay? I'm Susan. I worked 50 years. Can you imagine? And I was in the consulting business in healthcare, okay? And I made six figures in the last 25 years of that career. And I had a little saved for retirement, just like I'm sure some of you are in the same situation or have been. Okay. And I had a very long term contract and it ended 1 year earlier. And my first husband passed away. So those life events left me struggling. Okay. Losing a contract, losing a husband. I mean, those are all major things that happen in your life, right? So I was overwhelmed with retiring at 70. I thought I had another year left to do that. I searched for another opportunity to earn significantly. In other words, I didn't want to earn like $100 a week without going back to another job in which, at this time of my life, I'm not in the job market, not at 70. Okay. This happened to me when I was 70. So who's in the job market at 70? Who's going to hire a 70-year-old? And who's going to pay me anything more than $15 an hour? That's not significant. And that's not what I was used to living, off of. So in order to save with significant interest, okay, if I were to do that, I mean, a lot of people say that to me. Well, why didn't you save? Well, you know what? Okay. I did save and it wasn't enough. Okay. And it would take years to earn anything significant from your savings. Go look at your checking accounts now. Some of you are earning interest on those. You're earning pennies. Okay. So in the effort to earn something significant, I didn't know what was out there, but I did find an opportunity on social media to have an online business. Now, I was already in a business. Can you imagine having the opportunity to be in business again with a system that I didn't have to build? Okay, I only had to market the business, which is a business in a box built for you, 95%, and at 7.5% of the cost I had to borrow in 1998 when I first went into business then. That's what it was. It was a bank loan with interest. So now I'm learning the high product marketing skills of making 100 to 1,400 a day. I didn't want someone controlling me like a job, where they tell you what time you have to work, which means they're definitely telling you what time you have to get up, right? And then what time you get off and what time you can have lunch and if you get any breaks. And lo and behold, because I was a consultant, okay, you may not consider that to be a job, but I had to be there when my clients wanted me there. And it was Monday through Friday most of the time. If there were any kind of projects, that meant sometime I had to put in the weekends. It was 40 to 60 hours a week. Okay. And so, yeah, they're still controlling me. They're controlling my income because they're telling me, well, you agreed to do this and you agreed to do that. And we agreed to pay you. So now you have to be here. And, who's not afraid of losing a contract? And I'm sure if you're all working jobs, you're afraid of layoffs. And, when you did work at these jobs, just like I did before I went into consulting, I had a regular job. I had to depend on raises and my paycheck because I live paycheck to paycheck and to keep up with inflation. What raise keeps up with inflation? Tell me in the comments with a 1 if you get a raise. And does it cover everything? Does it cover all inflation that's going on? Look at the price of gas, okay? So I recognize within minutes when I saw a video on social media that this was different because it offered step-by-step guidance or instructions, as you want to call it. A business in a box. When you buy a new computer these days, it's called plug and play. Well, there's a reason for that. You don't have to buy anything extra. You just plug it in. It has everything in there that you need. And you just go right on doing what you have to do on your computer. And that's what this business in a box is. You don't have to do anything but customize it for yourself. Okay. And several of the features that really stood out for this business that was a no-brainer for me, okay, was the fact that they were offering 100% commissions, that the system you were on offered, excuse me, automation. It runs 24/7. It's e-learning for a lifetime. Okay. So this business is for a lifetime. You're not buying it for 2 years or 3 years or 5 years, whatever the case may be. You don't have to do any cold messaging. You don't have to chase family or friends. Like I remember when I did Tupperware, the first thing they said to me was, oh, you have to have a party. Invite all your family and friends, and that's who you're going to make your money off until they start inviting other people to have parties, and then they start inviting so that's an MLM. That's not what this is. Okay. You don't have to do sales calls, and believe it or not, you're not going to believe this when I know I'm an introvert, and I do appreciate not having to do high pressure sales. Okay. I'm very much an introvert, but yes, I can speak because I was a manager and I had to manage people. So you can imagine that, how I felt about doing that. But beside the point, I got into this program. I got the business. I was up and running in 2 days. And my first results were in 1 month. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine that? Because in my other business, it wasn't like that. Okay. I had to go out and I had to find clients and I had to go to meetings. That's not what this is. We're global. Okay, we are global. So I was up and running in 2 days, and my first results were in 1 month. So now I operate my online business right from my phone, and you're never going to believe this either, approximately 2 to 3 hours a day. So since I had already retired and was living on Social Security and little savings before finding this, this was a great opportunity for me. That's exactly how I felt. Okay. How else was I going to make anything significant? Why would I want to stay in a job that I had no control over, that I wasn't going to make hardly anything? Where was that going to get me? Okay. I was still going to be worrying at night. I'm still going to be tossing and turning and worrying how I'm going to make ends meet. Now, my previous business cost me approximately $20,000. I had to go take out a business loan. Okay. That's exactly what I had to do. And that was in 1998. And it was a business loan with interest it took me many years to pay off. I can just remember that. I used to sit there at night saying, when am I going to get this paid off? When am I going to get this paid off? This business, okay, and it cost me 95% more than this business. 94% more than this business. I had no coaching, no clients to start. I had to figure it all out myself. The hours that I spent in that business to make figures was 40 to 60 hours a week with travel, okay, in your car, putting on wear and tear, spending gas, spending tolls, okay? There were evenings, there were weekends for projects, there were deadlines. So I had to work harder, not smarter. So now, here it is, May 1st, 2025, okay? Lost my contract, and I'm thinking, do I want to go through all that all over again? Do I want to apply for a job? Do I want to be told what I have to do every second of the day and spend it away from home again? No, that's not what I wanted to do. So now I'm in my happy place. I enjoy the fact that I'm in this business by myself, but not by myself, meaning I have no employees. I have no inventory and shipping. I have no paid advertising. I have no clients. I have no boss. Yes, that's the greatest thing of all. I know. I didn't like being a boss. I honestly didn't. But there's some things you have to do because every boss has a boss, right? I have the ability to earn 4-figure days right now in this business. I work smarter, not harder. And I encourage you all to simply be willing to try something new and learn a new skill, because these skills stay with you no matter what you do, no matter where you go. I learned skills I learned a strategy. I learned a business. Okay. I learned a business model that, it's a business model, exactly what it is. And it doesn't demand that you work all day once you get it right. And I think that makes the biggest difference of all, that it's worth learning if you're willing to try something new, especially at this time of your life. When you're 50 and over, you think to yourself, I don't want to learn anything new. I've done that already. I don't even want to work anymore. You get disgusted because you wake up and it's the same bills, the same paycheck, and you're sitting there worried, are they going to lay me off? Because you hear that. You hear it all the time. You hear that people are getting laid off. And what are they doing? When you're in an office and you're younger, you see all new people coming in, new employees. Who are the new employees? Are they the 50 and over generations? No, but who has all the experience and knowledge? Most of your over 50 generation. They don't want that anymore because it's less expensive overhead for most companies and businesses to hire the newer people coming in. They're younger. They don't have to pay them a lot of money because they haven't been there that long, and they don't have to pay them as much. It just doesn't cost them as much with benefits even. Okay. So this is where you're at when you get laid off, or you're thinking about retiring, or you wind up having to retire, or you are retired and you're over 50. You have to worry about all these things. If you've worried about them, put one in the comments, because I know I did. I worried about that a long time in my life. But thank goodness I was able to make it to 70 to actually be able to retire, even though it was 1 year before, and I was, going to actually pay off some more bills. I was able to do it. And I am a beginner. I knew nothing about marketing. Let me tell you, I went out there to get clients as a consultant. I didn't worry about marketing because that wasn't what I did for a living. I did healthcare. I figured, I'll figure it out. And I did. I figured it out. But it was different. It wasn't like I got on the internet and was speaking to people. Like I had a cell phone that I could spend a half an hour doing videos like you will be doing here. You'll be doing 2 hours to 3 hours a day. Now, what do you do in that 2 or 3 hours a day? You do 3 videos. Okay, very simple. If you like using your phone a lot, then you will like making money instead of just scrolling. Okay. And the videos are very easy to do. We teach you all of that. We teach you how to make your content. We teach you how to be successful at every bit of this. Okay. All along the way. You're going to do lives like this. Okay. You're going to do that. You're going to attract your customers. You are not going to chase anybody. You are not what do they call that marketing? Direct marketing, where you're calling people on the phone. There is no phone calls. Okay, you're not going to get on internet and DM everybody either. That's not what you're going to do. Okay, you're going to do 3 videos. You're going to do some lives. You're going to post some free ads. We don't pay for ads when we do this. Okay, you're going to talk to people. You're going to let them know that you have a problem, just like they have a problem, and you have a resolution. You have something to resolve that problem. And if you can do it, they can do it. Obviously, everybody has problems. I don't care who you are. Okay. It just depends on what you're willing to do. And in any business, you do have to put work into it in order to make the amount of money that you want to make, in order to have more time on your hands. This is the better kind of business, because when I was in business before, obviously, when I told you before, I had to travel to my clients. I had to stay there just like a regular job. It's just like a regular job. Yeah. Okay. So now I'm in business again, but it's online, and it's fabulous because I do it from my home. I do it from anywhere. I do it from my phone. I do it from my laptop, my desktop, whatever I want to do, whenever I want to do it, as long as I'm consistent. Okay. As long as I'm consistent and I'm letting you know what you get out of the deal. You get just what I told you before, 2 hours a day of work, maybe an hour a day of education. Because you have to learn it. You have to learn the business. You have to learn the strategy. You have to learn everything that we're going to teach you about digital marketing. You already know what digital is because you're on your phones now. You do Netflix and you do Disney, that's digital. You do audio books, that's digital. Okay. You do Amazon, that's digital. Digital, why do I say that? You do TikTok shop, right? That's digital. You may be ordering physical projects, but you're going online, you're looking at what the products are, and you're buying them. When you do those types of shops, you're picking the digital products or the products that you want to sell. There is no inventory. You don't buy anything for inventory. You don't ship it out. You just market it to sell it. Okay. So let's talk a little bit more about the programs. Excuse me. I'm sorry. My goodness, I have a cough and I can't get rid of it. So there are 5 programs. I'm sorry. Let me take a little small drink. And the programs, are designed for beginners, and they're designed so that you can afford them. Okay. Because we all know the reason why we're doing this is to make money. Some of us are doing it for other reasons. Maybe we have nothing else to do. We need a purpose. Some of us are doing this to have more time, more control over ourselves and our families, to spend more time with our families. Some of us are doing this because we want to travel. Okay. And some of us are doing this for all of those reasons. Okay. So there are 5 programs, and the first one is the Launchpad. It is $100 that you would invest. You are learning the very basics of digital marketing. You get the resale rights for one product. And this is basically where most people already have a business, are usually in this slot because they just want to know about marketing. Okay. And believe me, I wish I could have done all of this a long time ago, but it wasn't here then. If I could have done it, believe me, 4 years ago when I knew, I would have done it then. I didn't know. So the next one is the passive daily pay blueprint. And that one is $300. It adds another income stream, and it unlocks both the $100 and $300 resale opportunities. Okay. The next one is a digital mastery, which is $600. It focuses on mastering the digital marketing skills. And wait till you hear what that includes. TikTok shop, UGC, brand deals, affiliate marketing, and it unlocks 3 income streams: the $100, the $300, the $600 for resale. Okay. So you can sell all of those in addition. The next one is where I came in. I came into the Legacy Builders 2.0 at $900. It's designed towards replacing income opportunities. Okay, so if, again, like I said, you just got laid off, you know you have a number in your head, this is where you can start out. And it includes training on your email list building, the email marketing, the UGC, affiliate marketing, multiple income streams. It unlocks additional resale opportunities of 100, 300, 600, and 900. Okay. Now, those 4 programs that I just mentioned to you are in English or Spanish, because we know a lot of people out there speak Spanish. I don't speak a lick of it, but the next program I'm going to tell you helps you do that. Okay. But you can get them in either or, because a lot of people speak either English or Spanish. The next program is your Legacy Builder Bundle Pack. That did not come out until last October. And that's when I jumped on board. I upgraded, which you can do at any time, at any program level that you come in on. Okay. So it's $1,400. It is in both English and Spanish versions. And it gives you everything that all the other programs give you. It is the complete, total bundle pack. And I figured, well, since we are global, online, on social media, and we're doing marketing on social media, this is a no-brainer. What a game winner, right? Absolutely. So your English and Spanish versions will get you everywhere you need to go. But yes, I started this in 2025. And I'm having a lot of fun doing this. Even though I started at 70, I'm now 72. I've learned so much. I really have. I mean, yeah, I've used computers before, but I'm a beginner in marketing. And I'm a beginner, believe it or not, in social media. And when I say I was an introvert, believe me, I sat on my phone, right? My phone, my iPhone, and I scrolled and scrolled and scrolled. Okay, just like everybody else is doing. I did it for entertainment. I did it to learn things because I have to tell you, YouTube is my go-to place when I want to learn something. I really do. And so, you just have to know where you want to be on social media and start in one place. And that's how we teach you. You start in one place on social media. You build yourself up there so people get to know you and like you and trust you, and you learn how to be consistent with everything that we teach you, because our program includes, it's e-learning. Okay, you know what e-learning is, don't you? For all those of you that had children or grandchildren in 2020 when we had the virus, they sent everybody home from school and they closed them, remember? And what did the kids do? They all had to go online to learn, but the majority of them did. And that is what e-learning is, okay? That is what e-learning is. That's what you're going to do with videos. And those videos have replays. And some of them are short and some of them are a little bit longer. And they teach you everything. You're going to go through all these modules, okay? We'll also have calls on Zooms, live Zooms with the founder, Michelle. Michelle started this business in 2022. It took her 17 months to be a millionaire. It took her a couple more years and she became a multimillionaire. And she's tested everything out. And that is why it's important when you do something like this, that you have multimillionaires and six-figure earners in there that are coaching you and mentoring you. And we have a community of over 61,000 entrepreneurs that you can be like, that help us out all the time. So for instance, if this isn't a day for a Zoom and you have a question, you can go online and ask the question. Okay. Like somebody said they had a little trouble with, I don't know, some instruction of doing a newsletter. So somebody jumped online and said, okay, come with me, do this, do that. And they went online and worked on it together and they had the problem solved in 1 hour. Okay. Things like that. And I am also here. If you come through me into this program, I'm going to be there to help you as well. Okay. We said we give step-by-step instructions, and that's exactly what I do, what the founder does, and what all the mentors and coaches in the program do. Okay. And we're going to teach you all these things to help you so that you're not putting all your eggs in one basket. I know you've heard that in your lifetime, haven't you? Listen to a 70-year young, I say you're young now, okay, I'm seasoned, but I do come with a lot of experience and knowledge because I have been a manager over people, okay? And one thing I never, ever did was to let anybody go without retraining them properly, letting them know how to do things right so that they're successful and they feel the ownership, okay, in the job. You have to make employees feel like their own, they have ownership. And that's what you do in this business too. You have to make people feel that they have ownership in their business. You're going to help them have success, and they're not going to be alone in doing it, because I never got that the first time around in 1998 all the way through till 2025. Okay, I had to figure everything out myself. Okay, people were very gatekeepers. They were gatekeepers. Yeah, I hear that a lot. We're not gatekeepers, and we do like to let you know everything that you need to know. So I'm going to tell you this: I am giving away a blueprint. It's a guide or a blueprint, as you can say. It's complimentary to you, and there's a little thing up here in the corner. To you, I think it's on your right-hand side. It could be on your left-hand side, but I'm seeing it on my right-hand side. It is a one of those, what do you call them? Where you take a picture of it with your phone, and that will take you to my website. And when you get to my website, or you can go to my profile, and that you can also get to it from there in YouTube. And it's going to show you a video. It's going to ask you first for your email, because I have to send you the free guide to your email. And then you're going to see a video. And then after you watch the video, you're going to have to go to your email. Okay. And from your email, you're going to have to check your promos. And if you don't see it, okay, because some people don't know, they don't see it. And then sometimes it goes into your promo or the spam folder, and so you can get it from there and put it in your inbox and take your time and look it over and make an educated decision so that you know if this can work for you. Because you don't have to have a high school a diploma. You don't have to have a degree in college. And I'm going to tell you very honestly, to be very transparent, you can go anywhere online and learn how to do marketing, okay? And you can try it on your own. But when you have a question, you need to know something, you're not sure why things aren't working, there's not going to be anyone there to help you. That's the difference. And if you need to have a funnel, you're going to have to build it yourself. And if you don't know anything about programming, you may not be able to do it. And this gives you an email funnel that you work with. Okay, because everyone goes through a journey when you come into your business. You're going through a journey. Okay, I take you through my journey, and you're going to go through your journey, and you're going to figure it out. Okay, and you're going to go into an email process, and the email process is going to give you more information and tell you different things, and then you're going to make a decision and decide when you want to do it. Okay, I can't do that for you. You have to do that for yourself when you are ready. Okay. If you're ready now, that's fabulous. Because the sooner you do this, the sooner you start to earn while you're learning. That's the best part of this. Because when you go to college, I don't know if any of you have ever gone to college. Okay. Even in high school, you have to finish the course, the whole entire course to get a degree. And then what do? They give you your degree. It's kind of not a diploma, but a degree. And then they tell you, well, now you got to go out and get a job. You got to do your resume and you got to figure that out. You got to know how to do a resume, and you have to go out and you have to pretty much let a job know why they want to hire you. You just got out of college. Why do they want to hire you? And then they're going to tell you what's in it for you. And it's going to be a set paycheck with set hours and set tasks that they expect you to do really well. Okay. Here, you can be in your own business, okay? We teach you how to market it. We teach you how to be in business, what to do with this business, how to be successful in it. And you can earn what you want to earn, and you can make your own hours. And if you want to spend 4 to 5 hours or 6 hours in the beginning doing it, that's up to you. And then by the time you start earning your money, you will be down to 2 to 3 hours a day, more preferably 2. Now, how wonderful is that to wake up when you want to wake up in the morning, only having to do 2 hours, which we show you how to do and what to do in those 2 hours, okay? And wake up to money like the people in our community do. I woke up to $900, says someone. I woke up to $1,400. I was at the hair salon and my phone, ding, 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 there it was. $300 and $900. I mean, how would you like to wake up to that, or be out somewhere and have your phone telling you that? It's a wonderful feeling, and for people to cheer you on in the community. Every little win, and it's not always about money. It's about everything that you accomplish. I did my first live. I did my first video. I had a wonderful conversation. I made friends online, okay, because you are global. Global meaning we are in over 250 countries, okay? There are over 5 billion people, in the world, and over 3 billion people online. And many of them are looking to make money. There are a lot of unhappy people out there, let me tell you. But if you want to be in your happy place, you don't want to struggle, you can come here and do this like I'm doing it. I'm 72 years young. We have people anywhere from 18 to 80s, in their 80s doing this, believe it or not. Some of them just pick a product and they go with it and they make a lot of money, and they don't have to spend a lot of time, and it gives them purpose too. And isn't that a wonderful thing that you can pray to God and he gets you on the right path? And this is a one path with many options. And that's really important too, because I care about people and I care about helping them. And this is my way of helping everyone else. And I've always helped others Believe me, because they knew that I made good money when I was out there doing consulting. And when they came to me, I helped them. If it was giving them a job, helping them for a while, if it was helping them with a little bit of a loan, whatever it was, with education, with information, or just listening. Sometimes just listening is the biggest help in the world. So you see me out there on my lives. I'm ready to listen to you. If you see me doing a video, say hi. I'll listen to you. Okay? Even if that's all you want, because that's what helping people is all about. And if you want to go further and you want to do this after you've had the opportunity to get the free guide, to look it over, to decide what you want to do, we have free webinars where we actually walk you through the system. Or if you would like to do a Zoom with me, you can always, email me, and I will be more than happy to do a Zoom with you and show you the system and everything in it so you can feel comfortable about a business, the business in a box that's going to change your life, your family's life, okay, for the better. An opportunity that may never come again. So with that, I am going to end the live and you will see me again. Bye, everyone, and have a blessed evening and weekend.